This Tandberg unit is the TRC 5 unit, and it's a plasma screen. There is no projector because the images come out right on the screen. This is the next generation of the Tandberg, up from the TRC 4. Up here is the camera. That's the barrel-shaped thing. And that very slim thing that's parallel to the screen is the codec. And the even slimmer thing up beside there is the microphone. Here's a close-up picture of the microphone. Very slim, but very powerful. Picks up voices from all around the classroom. Like the TRC-4, this unit, the TRC-5, also has the cords on the back. And there's a cord that plugs into the wall. There's a cord that plugs into the Ethernet connection. And then there's also a cord that can plug into the computer or the document camera. Those cords look similar. In fact, pretty much exactly the same as the TR4, the TRC4. There are also two power buttons on this unit. And the first one that we're going to make sure is on is way down here, at the very bottom of this box. And I'm just going to push it in. We can tell that it's on because the codec now has a green light, and the camera moves a little bit as it gets started. So this is the initial menu button, menu that comes up. In order to use this menu, you use the arrows, the up and down arrows, and the check mark on the remote to choose. So you can make a call, and you can see you can enter the phone number right there, and you do that just by using the remote keys. And you can either enter the letters or the numbers, depending on what kind of address it is. You can go down to the phone book just using the arrow keys on the remote, and take a look at your contacts, which would be there, or all systems. Okay, all systems you can search. This is the whole list of Tandberg users in the state. Just poke a letter in there, and it will give you choices. Movi users. This is the whole list of Movi users. So these are all people who are using the Movi software, the Movi client on their computers, which can connect with Tandberg. So if I put myself in there, then I should come up. And there I am, right there. The third one down. So I could try to call myself using that. We'll go back to our menu here. I can look at my recent calls. So if I made a recent call that I want to connect with again, just use the arrow button to navigate that menu. Now maybe this isn't really the menu I want, so I can just push the home key on my remote, on the picture of the house. That'll get me back to this menu again. I can go down to look at my presentation menu, and I don't have a PC or a Mac hooked up right now, but if I were going to do a presentation, I could use that menu. My home menu. You can see we talked about call, presentation, camera control. Go to camera control. It gives you choices across the bottom that those blank menu keys on your remote will let you enter, let you use. So, and I need to go back to that. Choose my camera. I'm actually going to hit my home button again. I was a little bit too slow. Camera control. I can choose presets, so I can pick spots around the room and have it zoom to there if I want. There's a camera settings button. Take a look at that. These are my choices for camera settings. So I can choose the brightness, the backlight, white balance, all of that stuff. I just kind of leave that on auto. Hide the settings. The main source, if I take a look at that one, it's either the camera or the PC. So right now I don't have a PC hooked up, it's the camera. Okay, and that's the exit. So that's the last button over. Corresponds to the last button, blank button at the top of my remote. I'm going to push that. And that will get me out of there. And back to my original screen.